on the side of the barrier. You just walk over here for me.
Alright, get your hands off.
Okay.
You need to get hands off. Yeah.
You just walk over towards the barrier.
No.
You're on private property, you're on private
Right,
property.
can I just explain? I had a look. I couldn't see any signs anywhere. I'm just trying to save the barrier. Yeah, but the barrier's not across the pavement. Okay, fine. Jog on then. Not a problem. Jog on. No, well, if you're not going to listen, you came out very nice. If you want to start being obnoxious, stupid, you're just not listening to what I've got to say. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Expose and educate. Today, we're at a place called Barnwood in Gloucestershire. And we're just going to walk around the industrial estate, see what we can see. We will see if people respect our right to film anything we can see, whether that be from a public place or a publicly accessible place. So we will have a look-see around and see if we need to educate anybody on the fact that photography is not a crime. It's one of those places where there's CCTV everywhere. So the first place we're approaching, there's two here. There's the Holiday Inn, which we're not going to look at, and there is the Lloyds Banking Group. Now the Lloyds Banking Group has got something like 3 different buildings. So this is part of their stuff. This is basically a car park for Lloyds Banking. So if you work in here, you park your car in here. It's like a little mini multi-storey. Users of this car park do so at their own risk. Lloyds Banking Group cannot accept responsibility. So we just have a little wander. Just getting used to the new gimbal today. So we're not going to spend too much on this, too much time on this bit. This is obviously just a car park. Pretty empty, I've got to say. I don't know if a lot of people are still working from home. And this footpath just goes to a stairway, so we won't look at much more. And we'll drop it there and pick it up in a second. So this is a big office for the Lloyds Banking Group. As you can see, it's a pretty large building. We are just going to cross back over the road for safety. So the sun is shining, but it is a windy day. So this building to the left is another of the Lloyds Banking Group. Not really much to see. Obviously the big fencing. There are some security gates. Obviously there's CCTV. So we're just going to cross back over and we're going to have a little walk. It says CCTV in operation, but it's open to the public. So what we'll do, we'll have a little walk first of all around this way. Hell of a big building, guys. It looks like it's a van belonging to one of everybody's favourite security companies. Mighty. As I say, there's no signs anywhere to say no public access. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. So we'll just have a wander around the back, give you a look at the back of the building. So there we are, guys, this is the back of the building for the Lloyds Banking Group. Not a huge amount to see. Just to give you an angle that people wouldn't normally get to see. Obviously some very secure gates on the back of the property. Not a lot else to see from this angle, so we'll head off back round the front. So having a big clear out, sorting out some electric lights and the lights. Hello, young man.
Alright.
How you doing?
Good, yeah.
Beautiful day for it. So we just need to be careful here, guys. There's a lorry coming, so we're going to step on the grass. Okay, we're going to head off around to the front of the building. And what we'll do is we'll pick it up there. Oh, sorry, we'll drop it there and pick it up in a minute. So we're just coming round to the front of the building. Looks like a rather nice place to come and have your lunch if that's what you require. So there's a few seats out here. Obviously there's a little bit of a pond, some ducks, some lily pads starting to grow back, and obviously at some stage there are 4 fountains, but not today. So there we are, guys, there's the front of the building. Looks almost a bit like a hotel, and the fact that you've got your entranceway, and then obviously it goes up. So we'll just see if there's any signs in here. So we've got incoming mail. And then this here is obviously the inside. Very, very quiet, guys. Not anybody around as we can see. Obviously security doors on the entrance. As I say, this is a canopy similar to a hotel. So yeah, cool. Doors are open. We don't want to go in. Over here we've got sanitising station. But again, nothing else going on. We'll have a little look back in here again, just to see. There is somebody in there from security, but they don't seem to be paying any attention. Oh, made me bloody jump. Goodness me, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm not intending on coming in, as you can tell when the door's open. I'm literally just doing a story on the businesses in the area.
Right, okay.
And the wonderful architecture that some of these buildings have got.
Do you work for somebody, or is this a hobby, or?
There you go. Where are we going with that line of questioning?
Well, really, it's a private place, so you're not entitled to film.
Okay. What makes you state that?
So, because it's private land, so actually you're trespassing at the
Okay.
moment.
I will just point out in that case, obviously there's no signs anywhere because I always check.
Yeah, there are signs.
Are there whereabouts?
Yeah. I can show you some if you like.
I've walked past most of everything, and I haven't seen anything. I could be being blind.
Yeah. There is one just over there.
I haven't come in that way, so.
There is one just up there.
What does that one say?
There's private land.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Private land. Does it say anything else?
I'm more interested to your reasons for what you're doing.
Do you not think that this is a wonderful bit of architecture?
Oh yeah, no, I do quite agree with you.
And do you not think that
but
people
obviously
interested in architecture?
without prior permission, you can get yourself into sorts of bits of bother by...
Well, this is where I was. Oh, sorry, after you. This is where I was coming from with you, because obviously I don't tend to go anywhere I'm not allowed to.
This one tells you that it's obviously being monitored by CCTV.
Yeah, I saw that one. That's fine.
And there's
You've got a couple of those around,
dotted around.
but I couldn't see anything.
There's one over there.
Again, that just says, that small one actually says that Lloyds Bank are not responsible for anything you park at your own risk.
Yeah, it does state this private land as well.
Yeah, but like I said, if it's open, and I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah, no, I appreciate where you're coming from.
If it had said no unauthorised access, I wouldn't even have come on. We tend to try and stick to the law 99.9%. Occasionally we make faux pas because there's a sign that we've missed. Are you aware of Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act, 1972?
Yeah. I can't stop you.
Which is the implied right of access. So that's what I was banking on to get some shots. I mean, the windows are filthy, but so no intentions of upsetting anybody, stopping anybody working.
I mean, I have to report you, obviously.
Of course,
and obviously tell you that it's private land.
Yep, that's fine.
And hopefully you go on your way, and that's...
Well, I'm very nearly done, actually. I've been right round the back. There's a guy loading up an old skip. I've had a quick chat with him, talking about the weather. Seems very, very quiet. A lot of people working from home, I'm assuming.
Definitely so, definitely so.
Which is a good thing in this modern day and age, isn't it?
Yeah.
So really, I'm just going to go back down there. I want to take another little sort of 360, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be on my way, and I'm going to go and
Are you local
TSB.
Or? Yeah.
No, does my accent seem local?
No. I just if you've travelled for this, have you? Or
I travel for everything.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Do you work for a company then, or is this like a blog that you do yourself, or?
Blog would be nearer to the point. Yeah.
So is it a YouTube thing? Or?
YouTube, Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Anything that people are going to get to look at. I prefer YouTube mainly because I've got some disabled people that watch.
Who can't get out and
Hello
about.
to everybody. And they like to see, especially on a day like today, they like to see what's about. I try and give a little bit of the story about the building. I don't know too much about this. So I'm going to go home, look it up on the internet.
Yeah, I don't think there's a great, because it's quite a modern building in that respect. It's mid-80s.
I was going to say, it's got that 80s vibe to it, which is just starting to age, isn't it, when you look at other structures.
Hence, you commented on the window. In fact, we've had guys out today, because it's the solar film that's on there.
Yes.
So that is going to be removed. And
of course, looking at where the sun is, this is obviously the bit that gets hit.
It's this side that gets the most.
I did actually comment that the entranceway is very similar to a hotel.
Yeah.
So if ever you sold this, I'm assuming somebody could buy it and turn it
Well,
into
I mean, there's a hotel just next door, so maybe they could expand.
Would you call that a hotel?
I don't know. I've never stayed in there.
I would call it a motel.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I think the standards
Yeah.
are probably at that level. I don't want to
Yeah.
be too critical.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But yeah, so I'll walk this way
that's
with
fine.
you if you like. James,
would you?
is it?
Yeah, would you be prepared to give me your name?
Now, why would you want that, James?
Just so I can put it in a report and obviously explain
Just
what you're
put
doing.
citizen journalist, very polite
Okay.
young man,
Yep.
not here to cause grief.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah. You carry on.
The only reason being, when we do this, we don't want to edit too much,
Yeah.
and we normally work under a name,
Yeah.
so obviously not our Christian name and surname.
Yeah.
So that's how people will find us. And also, we believe it or not, I mean, you've been very professional today. You've come out. You've got no body cam.
I've got no
so you
body
haven't
cam.
had
I'm
to
not.
tell me
I'm not
about that.
recording you in any
No,
way,
that's
shape, or
fine.
form.
And
But
I'm
obviously,
not using mine.
you are on our CCTV.
Of course,
but,
yeah. Hence why this isn't up.
Yeah.
Being it's a
Yeah.
banking
It
group.
would have been a different conversation had that been the case.
Well, this is what I'm aiming to achieve, because obviously, a lot of guys who do this sort of stuff go out with this on.
Yeah, make it 10 times
And
worse.
I think it does create a slightly different interaction.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to see the real people, the way they interact
Yeah.
with us, and also, I think if we can come across as non-threatening,
Yeah.
you're going to be more comfortable approaching us.
Yeah, I think you could come along with a mask on, trying to hide yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you put yourself into a completely different category.
Exactly.
Hence why, you know, I have to treat you differently.
Well, thank you for confirming that, because I'm sure that would answer a few questions my viewers have.
I'm sure it probably would.
Because I actually went to Patchway Police Station the other day.
Right, okay.
Because a colleague of ours was there a few days earlier, and he got nothing but grief. Now, I'd been there in the December.
From the police? Or?
From the police.
Right, okay.
I'd been there in the December and had no problems whatsoever.
Was it just maybe the way that he came across at the start?
His interaction I thought was very good.
Yeah.
It all started to go wrong with the PCSO, who didn't understand the laws.
Yeah, and then it sort of escalated.
And then, of course, he stood his ground. And the way I work is, if you treat me with respect, I'll be polite. I might be a bit cagey, but if you'd have come out with attitude,
yeah, you get the attitude
I'd have
back.
said, first of all, whoa, calm down, slow down, it's only a camera. And then if you carried on, you'd have got some attitude back.
Because
I try not to swear.
I'm still under the impression that unless a crime's being committed, even the police can't confiscate your footage.
A judge has to okay to delete anything.
Right, yeah.
The police can confiscate.
Yeah, but they can't do anything with it.
Can't do anything with it, and if they do, they're breaking the law. But they do play silly devils.
Of course they do,
And
yeah.
they try and... I mean, a few
But
of our friends have got...
Not everyone's going to be as clued up as you on
6
legislation.
months down the road,
and
9 months still waiting for a camera.
Yeah.
It's a bit naughty, but then in some ways the police, it's a bit like game playing.
Yeah.
They know the rules,
Yeah,
but they try and push it.
yeah.
Some people doing this try and push it, and if that clash happens...
By them being forceful, some people will back down.
Yes.
And they've won.
Yeah.
And then obviously if you throw it back at them, because they can't be right at everything, they can't know
Exactly.
every bit of legislation.
Exactly. It's like a GP, isn't it?
Of course it is.
You go with a I don't know, a bit of gout in your
Yeah.
ankle, they might not have any clue at all.
Yeah. So what I'm going to agree to do with you today is I'm going to allow you to continue, because in
Lovely.
theory there's nothing that I can do.
Thank you
But
very
I am
much.
going to follow you if that's
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's fine. Yeah, please do.
Have you driven today? Have you parked locally?
See
or
now, again,
more for my interest.
you're digging a little bit now.
Yeah, no, more for my interest. You know, have you parked locally or?
I don't know where I've parked actually, because I've been turning left and right.
Yeah.
And in a minute, what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to go over the road,
Yeah.
TSB, and then I'm going to head down to Sainsbury's and probably grab a meal deal.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put the sat nav in my phone
Take you back to where you
my
were.
car is.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I don't know Gloucester too well at all, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we're just on the outskirts of Gloucester
Yes.
as well. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
You carry on whenever you like.
Literally, I just want to do a final sort of scan here. I'm not going to get this young man in the picture. And I'm just going to whip round. I think this is great if you're coming out for a lunch. This is beautiful, isn't it? Does it flower? It does. It's a bit late, isn't it?
wisteria.
Oh right, so we're
It's
talking
just
about
starting.
June-ish, aren't we?
Yeah, well that's when the flowers are.
Yeah.
And then again September, October if we have a really good summer.
Yeah. So honestly, that James, I'm terrible with names. That is pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
So, can I give you one of those?
You certainly can.
And say thank
Okay.
you very much for being professional.
Enjoy your day.
As I say, No ulterior motives.
That's
Don't want to
fine.
upset
I
anybody.
have to report
Of
you
course,
because we've got to
yeah.
go through the motion.
No,
but
please do. Please do.
I'm perfectly happy that you're not doing anything that's untoward. So
And I actually love it when the police come if somebody's not as clued up as you, because they help me educate them to photography is not a crime. And also this whole thing about private land is it's a huge grey area in so many ways.
We've got a huge problem here because it's like common land.
So do people just tend to walk through? And
because we're not really in Gloucester. What we do have is obviously we've got the hotel next door.
Yeah.
So you get people out for a walk,
Gotcha.
walking their dogs and things like that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you know, if you don't know, you think that this is a footpath.
It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? And as I said, with no signs, not proper signs.
Yeah.
Are they planning on staying at this location?
Yes.
Do you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. This one should be safe for a little while.
Right.
You know,
Brilliant.
nothing's safe in this world, but you know, for
This
the
is
next
true.
few years,
Yeah.
you know, if they ever did, the difference is for the bank that this building's owned. It's not leased.
Gotcha.
So it's owned. So
Right.
therefore, it's an asset to them.
And you straight away then become the landlord's
Of yourselves.
upfront person to be able to say.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you know, the bank as an organisation is, as you'll see as you walk around towns, branches are closing, offices are closing.
I was in Thornbury the other day visiting somebody, and their Lloyds branch is still open.
Yeah.
But the co-op's gone.
Yeah.
What was it? HSBC is still there, and NatWest is there. All the others are gone.
And then in 2 or 3 years' time, you could go there. One may have reopened and another one's closed.
Exactly.
That's just
Yeah.
the nature of the world that we live in. But
Anyway, that's
enjoy
it.
your afternoon.
And you,
I
thank you
probably
very
won't
much.
see you again, but look after yourself.
Well, I don't need to come back here.
Not for a few years
and
anyway.
anybody that watches it, I don't think because sometimes if we get a bad interaction, other people go, well, I'm going to go there.
It's one of those things that ends up as, you know, one of those
Exactly.
a viral video that goes mad. And so
thanks for being professional.
Enjoy
Take
your
care.
day. Take
Cheers
care.
now. Bye-bye. So there we are, guys. That's Lloyds Bank. 80s building. No plans to move to another location. We're obviously happy in Gloucestershire, or on the outskirts of Gloucester town. You've met James, very nice young man, very professional. So expose and educate, click like, click share. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one, guys. Take care, stay safe.